Hey guys, the new Gear Raid 3 stages have finally dropped this morning on our server. They are not on 40,001/2 just yet, but hopefully soon. And in this video, I'm going to be going over Gear Raid 3 Stage 19. As you can see, I've already cleared it, but I have turned off Power of Dominance, and I will show you how to do it. This is the team that I've been using to clear it, or thereabouts. I've tried to use as few legendaries as possible. You don't need to use a soldier. This is just because I had a spare space and it grants me a Lord benefit, so why not? I have neither Lunaria or Araka, unfortunately, so I don't have any Piercer Lords, so I am massively disadvantaged. But that's a good thing, because at least I can show you how to do it without those two. Unfortunately, I am relying heavily on Setram. I haven't got a strategy that works without him yet. I haven't really tried it. You don't need to use Vierna. Someone like Nyx would work here perfectly fine. I'm sure there are many options that would fulfill this role. The rest of these are kind of just to handle the right side and the center. Maul is incredibly instrumental in this strategy, and honestly Fearwind is helping quite a bit as well. And Dolores is just Dolores, she's always the go. I don't know if you necessarily need to use someone like Dalin to get more cost. It's just something I did early because of my initial strategies. I was having trouble with my cost points. So let's get into it. I'll show you my placements and I'll explain why I'm doing stuff. Okay, so placement strategies. We place Dalin down first because we want to get the cost point generation, and there are 4 enemies already on the map. They are mainly Deadeye Tyrants. These are the main 2 here, the most dangerous ones, but we have time until they move, so we can wait for 20 cost to place down Setram. He can cover the first 2 over here, but he also has enough to kill the one on the right side with his ultimate up, so plenty good there. We get the proc from Dalin, so I can place down Maul on the right, and I can place down Dolores. Maul faces the right because his ultimate can wipe out this entire side. It's really helpful. You may think initially you need to place a hero over here, and it does make the most sense. It feels the most logical. The problem is you only have 1 tile over here to place a archer or mage. And I've tried to be clever. I tried using a light lock to self-sustain and do DPS, a DPS light lock. But the problem is, it's not actually a normal Deadeye Tyrant. So if we go check it out, this is a Doom Beholder with Fog of Doom, meaning that they are inflicting an anti-healing status for 8 seconds. So if you place a healer to try and buy time, or a DPS light lock, they're just going to get killed without doing anything. Anyway, back to the game. Ult with Setram, despawn Dalin while this one tries to attack, and that's going pretty good. I'll place down my Fearwind, again covering the right, just to help with his ultimate every now and then. Ult with Dolores because I can. Wait for the overlap and then ult to kill both on the right side, so that's pretty clean. And then now the next important thing to do is Zillatu, the boss, is actually going to be firing spears at the last place target. Unfortunately, if you go to the monster manual, it doesn't mention that anywhere. It just mentions spawning and dealing damage when she's close to allies. So at the end, if she gets towards you, she'll just wipe everyone. But in the meantime, while she's where she is now and she's spawning adds, she does actually periodically throw a very high damaging spear at the last placed hero. So I would like to get down Taria because she's great. However, it will mean that they take massive damage. So my strategy at the moment is just to use a Vortex because over shielding is really nice. And then I can just hold off a little bit. And I'm plenty good at the moment. I can drop down my Vierna. She's tanky enough, so she'll take a few hits, but she should survive just fine. And then I can place down my Hollow to support. Hollow is not super necessary. I did this just having 2 people before. But the reason I kind of like it is because it allows me to provide some more rage regen for the center, which I think helps quite a lot. And because she's the last place hero, she'll be the one eating the spears and it'll be a bit safer. So now this one has started to move on the right. I want to save the ultimate from Dolores if I can. So we'll just stack these 2 ultimates here. And you can see that one goes down without too much problem. Now, I like to ultimate with Setram just when there's about 2 enemies left in the middle at this point, because by the time they're dead, we have this much to kill on the boss, and then the summoning begins. And you can see we get a massive amount of attacks off on the boss without soaking them all into the adds. Because you want to kill the boss as fast as you can, really. So now we've got the ultimate up on Dolores, we have ultimate back on Maul because Maul is just a beast. And we wipe the right side. So very clean so far, no issues whatsoever. And now we can kind of speed things along. Now it comes down to just killing Zillatu in time. We need to make sure she's dead. I am kind of handicapping myself at the moment because I'm trying to use as many epics as possible. However, if you have an Arrogance, a Zillatu, or an Apsan, you can place them in the middle and it helps massively. So definitely do that. You don't need to do it this way. You can see I have one deployable I'm not using right now. So you should be using one of those 3 heroes, one of those ranged fighters, and it will make this way faster. So definitely do that if you can. Don't ultimate with your Vienna here. And by the way, on the left side, you don't have to use a Vienna. Nyx will work perfectly fine. You wait until the enemy starts moving, and that's your cue to ultimate. So now I can ult because there's only 2 left here. And then we just need to make sure that this guy on the right doesn't get through. So he's dead. How are we doing? Zilla2 is dead, so that's wonderful. I can actually just despawn now if I want to. And all that matters now is, can I kill these on the right side in time, and can I kill the left side? So let's see if I can turn them around. They're moving on the left, so I need to ultimate to make sure they don't kill me. So that's cleared the left side nice and clean. If you have a Nyx instead, or if you have any other kind, like if you're using a Maul or a Rezark, then that will work perfectly fine on the left. But anyway, that's the run cleared. You can see pretty smooth. It took a little bit of tinkering around, but not too much. This is using predominantly epic heroes, as you can see. There's only 2 legendaries being used, Vienna and Setram, so hopefully this helps some people get through the run. Let me know what strategies you have, share what you found out, and share any teams and strategies that you've come up with, because I'm sure it will help a whole bunch of players who might be stuck. If you want to look at the damage output, you can see the 2 legendaries are doing a massive amount of work, especially Setram. Vienna, as I said, can be interchanged with many different heroes. I couldn't find a way to make it work with epics on the left side personally. I'm sure Maul could do it, but I was using him on the right side, so I'm sure there's a few ways around it. If you have got a Piercer Lord, then everything becomes infinitely easier. You can reach a lot further than I can with this strategy, so a Piercer Lord will help massively with this stage. I'm going to be trying out stage 20, but I don't have a great deal of hope, honestly, because I do lack a Piercer Lord. But I'll be giving it a go, and if I get anywhere, then I'll make a video showing you how that strategy works. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much the video. Hope it helps you guys progress through the stages. Good luck farming this weekend. Have a lovely one. Take care, and bye-bye.